I'm joined now by Heather Walker, who's editor of the publication The South African and has been following the trial from the start. Let's talk about Oscar Pistorius' demeanour in court today, Heather, not least the fact that he was stifling yawns. What do you make of that?
I think the whole trial has dragged on very long, and it's been quite stressful, obviously, for him and his whole family. And I think he's just probably suffering sleepless nights. It's not easy when you're on trial for murder. And no doubt his altercation in a nightclub recently had something to do with it. And as your correspondent mentioned, you know, his brother's in hospital. There are a lot of things weighing on his mind.
It's not unusual, is it, for trials like this to last so long in South Africa?
Yeah, I mean, the fact that it actually came to trial this early was quite surprising for some people. Some people will wait 2 years to go on trial.
Let's have another listen to what the prosecutor, Jerry Nell, was saying, because he had a very, peculiar way with words today. Let's have a listen.
It was just so many lies in such a short period that the snowball effect became so evident. You tell one lie, and you have to continuously build on it, and it just becomes ridiculous.
So he sort of explains there what he means by this snowball of lies. He's just becoming sort of bigger and bigger and bigger. But he said some other interesting phrases as well today.
Yeah, well, he came up with the phrase, a baker's dozen of, is it irregularities or incongruities? Which is obviously his explanation of why of the various lies that Oscar Pistorius told, which he claims he told during his testimony. He also said things like anxiety on call, referring to the fact that Oscar Pistorius, he claims, does not have an anxiety disorder, but merely turns it on for dramatic effect.
The prosecutors have admitted that a lot of the evidence is circumstantial, but they put together as a whole, they say it's enough to convict Pistorius. What will the judge make of that? Because it's down to her to make the decision.
Yeah, it's difficult to tell at this stage what she makes of it. I think we'll see a little bit more tomorrow if we find that she's questioning Barry Rue a little bit more. She certainly was quite quiet, which surprised some people during Nell's version today.
You talk about obviously how long the trial has been taking and how that's obviously taken its toll on Oscar Pistorius, but Riva Steenkamp's family have obviously had to go through this for a very long time, and for the first time today, her father was in court too.
Yes, well, obviously her mother's been there day in and day out, watching proceedings, but her father suffered a stroke earlier this year and had been unable to travel up from Port Elizabeth, where they live. But I think today, you know, as the trial nears its end, this may be his last chance to actually confront Pistorius, you know, look at him face to face. And I think it must have been very difficult for them. I believe Pistorius tried to approach Mr. Steenkamp, but he was snubbed, basically. So I think there's still a lot of anger from Riva's father.
Just finally, Heather, we're not finished yet. What can we expect tomorrow?
The defence, Barry Rue, will continue wrapping up why his argument for why Pistorius did not murder Riva Steenkamp. And then it should wrap up because the judge says she's got no more time next week to look at the trial, so it has to finish tomorrow. And then we'll probably wait another few weeks before she has a chance to finish summing up the evidence and present her verdict.